Hi my peeps, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much to my amazing subscribers. Thank you for watching the premiere of my YouTube channel. Thank you for your comments and your wishes on my birthday. My birthday was all the more exciting thanks to all of your show of love. I'm happy to be on this journey with you guys. Now today I'll be reviewing a very powerful book. A powerful book, guys. I read this book and I had a mindset shift. That's what this particular book did to me. Alright, guys, so are you ready? Right. Alright, so the title of this book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, James Clear is a prolific writer, a speaker, an entrepreneur, and a photographer. And in this book, you would see that it is an in-depth discovery into the power of small habits. Guys, what I love about this book is the fact that the author drew from facts and truths from fields such as biology, philosophy, neuroscience, and psychology. Right? It's not just based on his own personal experiences, but facts that matter. He drew from works of scientists that have made discoveries on both human behavior and motivation. That's how rich this book is. So today I am going to be talking about 3 lessons that I got from this book and I know would enrich your life. And this review also serves as a motivation for you guys to grab this book, read it, soak up the knowledge, enjoy it, and then put it to work, right? Because it doesn't stop at reading. You have to put what you have learned into practice. So my first lesson from this book is that your habits is a huge determinant of your success. What you repeatedly and consistently do over time determines how far you would go. And as human beings, and according to the author, the book advises that you cannot afford to repeat a behavior or a habit because of the prices. You have to repeat behavior or commit to a habit because of the process and not just what you get from it, right? So the process of building habits is actually the process of becoming yourself. You want to become somebody that is fit. The goal of doing that is not just because you want to burn 150 calories, but your goal of developing that habit is because of the new person that you want to become. It is the process that counts. It's not just the goal. It's not just the finish line. It's who you become in the process of doing the habits. You want to build a habit of reading more books. Are you doing it because of the accolades or recognition you get from friends and family and people? Or you're doing it because you want to become a reader? You want to become someone that is passionate about learning? What is the motivation for building new habits? That's the question that you should ask yourself. Understand that you have to repeat habits for the process and not just the prices. All right, guys. Second lesson that I learned from this book, which was fundamental, is the fact that the book exposes the role of the environment, right, as a contributing factor to human behavior or habits. So if you want to break down on a bad habit, you have to stay clear of the cue or the environment that predisposes you to act in a certain way. In other words, one of the most practical ways to eliminate a habit or a bad behavior is to reduce exposure to the cue that causes it. You know that you want to cut down on alcohol or smoking. What is the practical way to cut down on that habit? You have to reduce exposure to the environment or people or friends that cause you to smoke or drink, right? That's the most practical way of cutting down on bad habits. You have to take yourself away from the environment that exposes tendencies to repeat such habits. These things are small, but the more you consistently do it, you would see that they will compound into remarkable results if you're willing to stick with them for years. The third lesson that I learned from this is that the book reveals the 4 laws of behavioral change on which the chapters are centered. Right? So the 4 laws of behavioral change, the 4 laws by which you can change the behavior, form a new habit is: number 1, make it obvious. Secondly, make it easy. Thirdly, make it attractive. And finally, make it satisfying. So if you want to form a new habit, maybe a new habit of reading books or watching more documentaries, or just learning how to do something new, you have to make that habit easy, make it obvious, make it attractive, and make it satisfying. Say you want to be a better reader. How do you make it obvious? Put a book on your shelf every day. Let that particular book be centered, be next to you, right next to you on your bed. It's obvious, so you don't need to look for it. It's easy for you to locate. It's attractive for you, right? And how do you make it satisfying? I don't know. Come up with something. Eat shortbread while you're reading or something. Drink juice or drink water. Anything. Just make sure the new habit that you're forming has these 4 laws: easy, attractive, satisfying, and obvious. Right. Finally, Atomic Habits by James Clear is rejuvenative for anyone who is serious about commitment and growth. I'd also advise anyone looking forward to read this book to be prepared for a mindset shift as you flip through the pages of this book. Be ready to unlearn things that you think you're familiar with, because this book would expose you to the realities of things that actually work. Small practical steps that will lead you to becoming the person that you yourself will be proud of. And then finally, and most importantly, Atomic Habits would expose you to the reality that success is not just a goal to reach or a finish line to cross. Instead, success is a system to improve and an endless process to refine. I hope that you enjoyed this book. I got mine from pdfdrive.com online. But if you're inclined to reading hard copies, I think that works too. So have a fantastic read and be open to learning new things. To your growth, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.